Savani Music.
Hi guys, welcome to BTM Afrika. My name is NYDJ. On today's edition of BTM Afrika, it's more of a personality profile, and my guest, obviously, you might have seen the name right under this particular screen. That is Austine Woode, and he will tell you that his Austine comes with an E. And others call him controversial. Others call him, he has so many names actually, from on radio to online to wherever it is. One of them is Nana Woode. There are times we tell you the tomato sellers son, like so many names. But he's my guest today on this particular show, Austine Woode. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, NY, and thank you. A pleasure to be here.
I hope you are doing very well.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, for a lot of people, Austine Woode is that controversial character that they see online. Either you're on an X space or you are, come on, drink. I mean, you've been on radio and now you do more of X and all that. Somebody wants to know, Austine Woode Nankasakra, is that his real name, or that's a name he's picked for social media?
Yeah, thank you very much. And like you're saying, it's part of a brand I tried to pick up because of what I wanted to do on radio. But the controversial, it was given to me by Andy Dusty.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Andy Dusty who gave me that. It was over a Ghana Music Awards discussion on back, I think, 2013 on Love FM. But when I decided to be on radio, I found out that people sometimes measure what you say after they see you. So let me put it this way. You know, when we were young and radio was a big thing, you would look at it and say, wow, who is the one behind the microphone?
There was a mystery.
Yeah, mystery behind that. But it happens. I would not put it out this way because there was a lot of controversy for those who are within an age bracket of one TV personality. She was seen as the most beautiful TV personality at that time. I know you would know. Then the person was to go for an award, TV personality, female. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Female TV personality of the year. And when she was walking up to the stage, you know, the side, the whole. It's not just in the auditorium, but we were watching at home. Everybody was like, "Is that the one we have been seeing on our screen?"
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay, this is the perception people have." So what I want to do on radio, I think best is to hide behind that identity, so that people will not measure what you say, because it's something a lot of Ghanaians have. What you say, they measure it by what they see. So let me hide behind it. Then I did it for a while. Then it became a part of me. So it dovetailed from my social media presence into my radio career or media career. And it's for people like you who would know me. And sometimes I would say something and you who would know me would say, you don't know the person who said it. Yeah. He might even be somewhere eating his fufu.
Exactly.
And you think that he's serious about it. But that is how it all came about. It is something I wanted to build that brand. And I'm happy that for the last 20 years, that brand has sustained what I wanted to do. It is just now that for the first time, I've never had an interview before.
I know,
nowhere,
right?
Not even on radio. It had to be NY, and I said, okay, if it's NY, let me come.
And I'm super proud of this moment because it's more like an unveiling. It's more like an expose because he's never done this, and for the very first time, he gets to do this on BTM Afrika. Now, so does it mean that Austine Woode is not really a government name? It's not an official name?
No. And for I come from a family of known people.
Okay.
So my who I was named after, my grandfather who was named after, is a very popular rich man in Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
So you see, when you get to Patasi, you know that Upper Room Revival Assemblies of God. Once you cross the road, that huge story building. So like you would know that my uncle is the famous Dr. Kufri Kunadu Apreku. So Dr. Kofi Kunadu Apreku's dad, right, is my grandfather's brother.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was named after my grandfather. So it was, and because I didn't want to, because like I said, it is what I wanted to do on radio.
Yeah. So you didn't want to associate
with that because they would know it's you.
Exactly.
Then some of the things you'd say, they'll say you are saying it because of that and all that. And you see it. So anytime I say something that goes in favor of the New Patriotic Party, those who know about it would say, oh, he's from that family.
Exactly.
And you know that my brother is Kofi Japan, the former deputy government, I don't know, his presidential deputy to Eugene Ahin under President Akufo-Addo, and he went to, I think, YEA.
Yeah.
So my name and his name are same.
Oh.
Yeah, my name and his name are same.
Interesting.
So that's where it stems from. But what other people don't know, and you would know, I'm saying this because I've known you for the last 17 years.
You make people assume that I know everything.
And you hate it, okay.
And they don't know.
No, okay.
So this is the time you get to expose everything.
I also belong to the other side of the political divide because my sister is Dr. Louisa Hanabisiu. Exactly. So when the other side attacks me, I say, I also belong here.
Don't worry, we'll really get there because I know there are a lot of people who have actually called you out on social media for some of the opinions you share. Yeah. But let's take it back. I mean, growing up, how was it like? How was growing up like for Austine Woode, as we know now?
Yeah. So I'm a very intelligent person. Yeah.
Hardly would you hear people tell or speak out and say,
I'm a very intelligent person. And, it goes beyond what you just even say, what I do on radio. So this is an unveiling. Anybody who knows me from childhood would know. And why would I say that? In growing up, I come from a family, that family I'm talking about, we are well known. So if you go to Patasi now and you talk about the SK Japan family, we are well known. So there is a certain weight on your shoulder that you need to do things right. Live up to that and all that. So growing up, everything I know, right, and then I would say this for myself and for every parent out there. Sometimes, I don't know, but for me, I believe that the family you are brought up in influences who you become. Because anybody watching this now, right, and they know Mr. Bibi Banono, they will not be surprised. They will not be surprised.
It runs through the family.
Apart from me being a replica facially like my dad, everything I am now, he's also as intelligent this way, educative. And it stems from when he would be buying newspapers. So I'm very much particular when people say that reading is a key thing in the life of a child growing up. So I think, okay, the newspapers that I was reading, I did not even appreciate the issues.
As at that time.
Yeah, but you see, it helped me in my English. It would help me in how I speak. It would help me in my recollection because you would perfectly know how I'm good with recollection.
That's one of the things that's one of the things I had to say in the intro, but it skipped me. Yeah. Because you have a perfect image recollection of things that happened in the past. Yeah. That's something that only a few people have encountered really have.
And it's because of what I do. So right now, right, if 40 years down the line, somebody asked me, when did you have that interview with NY? It will be difficult for you to say that. Today is, I think, the 13th, something of
13th of October.
So what I would do is, I would recollect everything I have done, my conversations with you. It would have been, I came back on Monday. So it was the next day, then it would be a Tuesday. You see, that is how I do it. So I use events that happen to be able to do that kind of recollection. And that is why I have that kind of sharp photographic memory. It is where it stems from. So growing up, I have had that. Then once I became a teenager, I developed interest. So once I develop interest in things, I start investing in it.
Okay.
So I start investing resources and time.
Even as a teenager.
Yeah.
Let's. I want us to take it one step at a time. Let's talk about education. I mean, yes, obviously your dad had a very, very good impact on you, buying these papers, you reading and all that. Which school did you attend? Like, were you the church type, or you were the type who would not go to church? You ran away from church.
Yeah, I remember back in KNUST, we had that joke where somebody would say, this guy, we know you are always going to church. You remember for that joke back in. So those who know me from Patase, Jesus the King, right? I was a very intelligent boy. From class 2 till class 6, I was first always.
Oh wow!
Yeah. That is where it stems from. So, like I was saying, PJ Moselle was my teacher.
Oh,
yeah, he was my teacher. Yeah, he was my teacher. So, growing up, I had that. So I did not struggle with that. So, for instance, I started buying the Kotoko Express at, let's say, primary 4.
Primary 4?
Yeah, with my own money. So that's why I brought in PJ Moses. So he was a staunch Kotoko supporter.
Exactly.
So he will tell you, the graphic man is here. So I was a Kotoko supporter, but I did not like the content in the Kotoko Express. So I would weigh the options. When you buy the graphic sports, you get a lot of content, foreign, other local leagues, other sports, because I want to build my knowledge. Then, because he is a Kotoko supporter, including the other teachers, they will first tell the graphic man they've already taken Express. Then I'll check my pocket. If I buy the 2, I cannot be able to buy SWAD. You know that famous rice. So what do I do? So I would forgo SWAD so that I can keep
the newspapers.
Yeah. So when you jump, because you are doing that, when you jump to my radio career, this thing will come in handy.
Yeah, definitely.
What I've just said would come in handy. So I was a very brilliant boy. I don't take education lightly.
For granted,
I don't. There have been times I've said to myself, people think that he doesn't study. Yeah, I've faced that in school. So in school, they would say, teachers or friends would say, why are you playing with him? Because he's going to be first.
Yeah.
He does that so that you would not learn, so he would be first. So it gets to a point, 2 weeks to exam, everybody is told not to play with me because it's my strategy that I would play with you whilst I would go and learn.
Occupy them
and
so
all
that
that.
you can take advantage.
But once I got to uni, and you'd have to bring group study. So for example, there was this group study we had, a group back on KNUST, and I was not attending.
You were not going for the group studies?
I had a lot of women in that particular group. I was not attending. Then one of the ladies, Elsie, was like, Austine, the other ladies and other members of the group are complaining. But they think that I am close to you, so I should tell you. I said, okay, then I would come. So I went and all that. Then I told them that, okay, let us do this. Leave the presentation to me. Yeah, because I know where my strengths are.
Yeah.
Because anyway, I might go for group meeting, and those who know me on campus know I might or somewhere.
Why would I waste time for a group meeting?
So I would not be attentive at the group meeting, but I told them that I apologize. But the best thing I can do for this group is leave the presentation to me. You'd know that nobody would say it is me, even when I speak on radio.
Of course.
So in class, I was a quiet person. Then we call our group, and everybody stands. So everybody is laughing. This guy is not serious. I was known as that because I'm always arguing at Kunti, and you have known that
always around.
Yeah, Sami Jemfi was my junior. Yeah. Always around. So it was like, this group is a group of serious students.
How can we find this guy in there?
Leaving the presentation, which is a key part of it, to him. I stood in front. And that photographic memory, how I would say things. Even my group members were surprised. But you know why? Because I said that I should not disgrace them. The night before, Makusian Dene Baba. You get that? Makusian Baba say, Charlie, group meeting. Yeah. If they've left this for you, then you don't have to disappoint them. So that helped in everything that shaped it. So for me, education is very key for me. And you know that for kids, for my kids, for people I know, anybody I have a first conversation with, and one of your cameramen would attest to that. I've known him for 15 years. And the first thing I tell him if you build yourself right that way, it is going to help you.
Of course.
And I tell myself, if I had not had that start, if I had not invested in education, if I had not invested in information and all that, I would not have found myself where I find myself. So when you ask me, how did it go for me? I was a good student. I achieved a lot. Sometimes I wasn't serious, but when I decide to be serious, and why I don't joke with it.
My guest is Austine Woode. Let's take it from, childhood, teenagehood, or, getting into your teenage ages and your love for radio.
Yeah.
When did it start? Why would you want to be on radio?
Okay. This is the first time I'm saying this. So, the infamous 1998 Doomso. When we were playing the France 98 World Cup, even Burkina 98, there was Doomso.
Yeah.
That was under President Rawlings, where it was 6 to 12. And when you were switching from Doomso to So, you had to go a whole day without light before you switch. So it had happened at our home in Patasi. Then I have an auntie. She's in the UK now.
Okay.
She's called Efianyante Japan. And because of who she is, young people that time finished St. Louis, so the radio they would be listening to would be Love FM, Capital Radio, and all that. So I had malaria one night, and I couldn't sleep. When you have malaria, sometimes you struggle at night to sleep. And I went to sleep by her in her room, and the radio was on. And Love FM was playing music, and it took me through it. Then they switched to the BBC.
Okay.
So if you listen to the quality of the English, if you listen to the stories, Network Africa that time.
Of course.
It's not just about, they don't do no political story. They'll tell you about a woman in, let's say, Mogadishu, a woman who has saved her family through the Liberia War, and how they have put that story together in 10 minutes.
A documentary
type. You're like, wow. It's like you picture circuit in your mind's
Very captivating.
eye. Yeah, even though it's radio, it's like you are there and you are watching it. So I found interest in it, and I came to love FM and all that. So I had loved radio, and back also with newspapers, and I tell you how I liked that. Then I think it was 2005. No, 2004, when Kesbin had come. Kesbin and Hello came in 2004.
The same year.
Yeah. And they organized, what do we call it? A quiz, a sports quiz. Julaka had Owari, Awal the Familiar Boy, Richard Akosi Jemfi, and that. They organized a quiz. And I partook in it. We went to the studio. We were done. The last question came to me, and I got it wrong. Yeah. Quizmaster was Joe Laka, but the one who was checking if everything was right was Awal, because we know who he is because of that memory.
He has that memory as well.
On my way back from Asida House to my home, I said, no, I did not get that question wrong. I'm controversial. I agree. I did not get it wrong. I think Awal is wrong. Really? You think Awal is wrong?
Awal had everything. On African football,
the knowledge. You think Awal is wrong? And it would be only Austine who would be doing that.
Who would go and argue that out?
Anyway, I went home and went into my newspapers I had bought about 15 years ago.
Archives.
Yeah, I went for it. I said, no, I am not wrong on that question. Then I got it, and I knew I was not wrong, because if the graphic is reporting that, I cannot be wrong on that answer. So when they opened the phone lines for the phone in, because after 9 to 10 is for the sports quiz.
Yeah.
When they opened the lines for other things, I used to call on radio as well. I called in, and I told Joe Laka that, Joe, me na me be a quiz ni say am I a mistake?
Wow.
Yeah. That time I used to call on radio with the name, like you've just said, a lot of name. Yeah. Joe Laka took a liking to me because, you see, serial callers, right? That time, Yamponsa, Krufa, Himfie, Abilele, Apia. There was like...
I'm sure for anyone who has stayed in Kumasi and listened to radio for a long time would actually recall all these names.
These are the people who started with
Serial
Stadium.
calls, yeah.
They did it just to advance a political view.
Yeah.
So sometimes they are not even listening.
Of course, they're just calling and
they become popular. But you look, realize when I call, I'm bringing a certain knowledge. It's not just somebody who's listening to radio or something. So he said, then I'm saying, Joe, me be a quiz. He says, I'm saying why? Because I did not go there with that name. He said, question mubisa am last me try and say me try. Menya three. Maybe one because me two pe. You see, that is why I get that. You see, before I say something, I will tell you that if you accept that I was correct, this is the
repercussion.
Yeah, so I will not just tell you that, just give it to me. Giving it to me and me not becoming first, I will not waste my time.
Of course.
So I first told him that, say me prove you say me try question na. Me menya three comedy and my main question. Akwan wenye bi anka hu bi mo beat me two, maybe
now you end up beating him by 1 point.
So he said, and then I said, this is that. He said, okay, you know how it is. You don't have to undermine them.
Of course.
He said, okay, come. So I went to the studio. The next Monday, and they realized that okay, I was correct, but because it had gone on air, somebody had been declared. It was the fault of the air, so I should do attachment or something there. Yeah, but that is not what I wanted to do. I would go and listen to Kesben because of the sports. I did not follow Jojo Lamé there.
Yeah.
In 2005, this is the crust of why I became on radio. My brother is called Prophet Eric Kofi Ejeyi. So of City Gospel International. I have been with him from our days at South Junction. So this famous, the one who is with Kineben, who does the sports, he does the analysis. There's one, Kwame Dela. Yeah. He
Dela Facebook.
Yeah, he was with me at South Junction, so he knows me from there. Yeah, okay. He knows me from there. So he's my brother. Love FM was playing an ad where they are saying they are looking for who is the best listener of Love FM.
Okay.
Once the advert was over, then my brothers and I say, "We the one who be you be and be too." Because when I sit in a taxi and the taxi driver is not looking, then I'll put the radio at Love FM. Yes, they were doing English and they had to take.
Of course, a lot of people love the action.
Yeah. So and I say, "We the one who be." Then he said, "Okay, what he's saying might be true." You would call into the program on drive time, but Apuzo and Diakwa have to ring a bell. Yeah. That's when the calls will come in. So Monday to Thursday, they are picking one winner. Then Friday, we go for the main event.
Okay.
And how would you call? We had 4 phone lines in our home. 4 different phone lines.
It's going to show you the serial caller's approach to call into radio.
But I grew up in the era where that phone line was put in that wooden box.
And it's locked.
It's locked. You're going to tell your dad, say,
radio station.
So you know how we used to call, you'd be pressing.
Please, I don't know.
Everybody would know. You'd use a pen or knife.
Now they are
maybe I can't but it makes the noise for you to know. It's difficult because everybody is calling and it will take you like 5 minutes before you can call that number. I call in, I get through, it's over.
Oh.
Then on Wednesday, I called the front desk. When it was not, I said,
they are not activated the lines.
Why do you people do that? Sometimes we listen, we call, and the lady, I've forgotten her name, said, it's not our fault. We are sitting at the front desk. Once the Apuzo and Diakwa, we just send it to them. We don't know and all that. Anyway, I'm smart. I knew what I was doing. It was not with the lady or phone calls because I've told you that I had been at Kesmin before, so I appreciate that. So for me to have intentionally called her to say that, it means that was a long con I was playing on her. I didn't need her to explain that to me. And I'll show you why it was a long con. So Thursday is the last day. Then I call, drive time was from 4 till 8.
Yeah.
So I called her around 2. She became my friend. So I was talking to someone who was Austine. This time you have called. You see, when you called, it just came through. I'm talking to you. But when Apuzo opens the line, it will be difficult. I said, okay. Then I called back because Apuzo will not tell you when he's playing it.
Yeah.
I called back at 4:15 because the news would come, they would play commercials and start music. I called back at 4:15. Said, "What's that? I didn't come on. I'm ready to say what took a liking." So one say, "Me name so open so we so they are." And no man me pay. That is the long corner I was playing.
As soon as a boy I transfer to the studio.
That long corner I was playing on Wednesday was not for her to explain to me because I knew about those intricacies from Kesben.
Yeah.
But I need to play that long corn. So because I'm saying, oh, no problem. Yeah. And she wanted to also keep me company. So she was talking to me and all that. And Apuzo plays the trumpet. I come on, no, you can't beat me at that. So I was first. I did not even care. Once I get through, I would win.
Yeah.
So when I won, we are going to Spice. Santasi Runabout. James Star was the quiz master.
Okay.
I'm going with my brother. We are young boys. We don't have money. From Tanoso to
Santasi Runabout.
We don't know. But from going to school, he will sit on my lap in the trotro. It's 250. Now it would be 25 pesos. From Tanosu to Sufula. That was when you could spend 3 hours on that stretch.
Yeah.
Then what will we do? So I go to my mom. I call her Yesu Mami because she's married. And I tell her about that. She has trust in me because people come ubani ni miansa unimadi and all that. So she has trust in me. No idea bad. I'm so see 20 million. Froko wine and 20 million.
Yeah.
We're talking about 20 years ago.
That was
if you value it now, it will be about 100 million or 10,000 Ghana. You can do the math and adjust it for inflation and all that if you are watching us now. So she gives us your money to Sofulai and back 50 pesos.
BBC Amaka.
Yeah. And why? You do Sofulai. What would we do to Sofulai to Santasaran? You see now because
it's become quite a short
so it looks short for you, but that time 20 it was a long journey. So what we did was because we lived at Patasi before, you say Yenantinu Patasi, you do Patasi there, you do Magari. The infamous Magari barbering shop there, very popular back then. Everybody was going there. Then we heard on the radio they mentioning my name that I've not come.
Oh,
so hustler boys they jogging. No, when I say hustler, no, we were from an affluent family.
Yeah, but
so,
I know in that
instance, so speed me and my brother. Me I'm quiet. Me can't no say me chain no because no. Why better that. So we get there, and why? The shock of my life. A huge crowd. The other 3 contestants have family members, mother, like 8 or 10,
prepping to support them.
I have just my brother who I'm older than. What's it judging the first? And I'm telling you that Prophet Ergaje of City Gospel, right? Nobody believes in my abilities than him. He says, "Oh no, I'm small." He said, "Oh, I'm forget." So people have the 3 families. They will ask him, "Who is the host of this on Love FM?" And they are doing that. Me, no. They also be different in few or more. Anyway, we start, and I lead, but I am number 4. My number 2, the person at number 2, is the one challenging me. So I've blown away number 1 and number 3.
Okay.
Then it goes viral on radio. Love FM was big then.
Of course, I mean.
And when you hear that name, Japan, it's a well-known name.
It connects to one family.
Yeah, so everybody knows. Then my family from Patasi, the ones from Askoremampong, everybody who knows us, the whole Patasi would know. Then they tell them, and say, "Oh, Nene Japan."
So everybody now wants to come and support.
There because now me lady. Then somebody, one of my family members, hears number 2 was a lady having a part with the other person that you have lost. So when your questions come, don't answer it right.
So it becomes a
bonus for her. Then when they win the 10 million, they would give you a part of it. So he comes to inform me, no problem. We go and then my 8-point lead drops to 1.
Wow.
Yeah, because she gets her
question correct.
And it gets to 1. Okay. Then Jamester says that because, and it's brilliant this conversation is being had now. Ghana was playing the World Cup qualifiers.
Okay.
And we were playing a game in Kumasi. I think last but one game in Kumasi or something. So we are done with the Love FM questions. Let's move to that as the round 5.
It was more of the current issues.
Current affairs. And I am good with current affairs. So it comes and my Gigi had them say current affairs and Austine Woode, Naneja will forget. Then I give gap. I'm done. I win. Now I'm prepared to land cruise over 20 million. Every one MBA phone.
Phone on your call.
Keska cry, man, and what 2 land cruise every ton or so. See me did 20 million. I'm saying, yes, say 20 million. Then I was interviewed after I won. I was interviewed on the BBC by Samson Ladi. Yeah, so in the morning on Network Africa, they're saying that a young man has been able to achieve such feat and all that. Then my passion in radio came. The Saturday morning, I'm asleep. Maybe 20 million. Around 6:30 a.m. My sister Nana Kunadu Ajiman. She was named after the former first lady. Comes to wake me up. Sorry, why? I'm like, wow. I had another quiz, sports on Instra, the sister station of Love.
Love FM.
I said, me I won't go. He said, go. That time money no be problem.
We'll be already 20 million.
If I drop in, every time also call. Love FM was at Makum.
Yeah, the traffic light.
Yeah, we went there. So, you know that studio, Instra was here, directly opposite. And Anita was the host of the Weekend City Show. So she's hosting the program. Listening, what happened yesterday? A young man, the quiz we had been talking about, won it brilliant. And my brother and we were looking like, oh, that's what they do on radio. Then Jimmy Agla was passing by because he was manager then coming. So he comes and sees me. They say,
when you break.
Then he goes in the studio and Anita didn't know this until I started producing her. I told her. It was like, the person you are talking about, he's the one sitting there. And Anita said, really? Is that him? Then they invited me to the studio. So when I was having that interview, then Ashebwe, he was the host of Insha Sports, told them they should bring me that started. That I did not struggle because it is sports and I'm good at that. So I won that and I won the TV set and all that. So my passion in radio became huge. Then it was, how do you get to be a part of something you have a passion for?
Because it's not easy getting onto radio.
No, it's become
unlike today when it's become quite. We
used to say, everybody used to say.
No, but I mean, I remember myself and we had to love Capital Radio those times. It was our wall. No?
Yeah,
we had to come and stand behind that wall just so we can see Heavy D.
Doing all those, I did that. I did that with the Capital Radio as well. I did that with Capital Radio as well because of Loving C. And his things with Kotoko. So after a game, I had to come there, watch and all that. So
how did he eventually get into radio?
It was with Winfred. They had discussed Ghana Music Awards.
Okay.
And
on Love FM.
Yeah. When we talk about Ghana Music Awards, I have deep knowledge in it. Deep knowledge. Because I had invested in it from back then. That's why I have that recollection of everything that happens on every night and all that. And I said that what they were discussing, I believe that they were getting it wrong. It was just an attack on Charterhouse. They did not deserve it. Because if I look at the evidence I have, it doesn't support
whatever they were discussing.
And you know who was the discussant doing that kind of analysis? It was Bernard Komusu.
Komusu is also another controversial person.
It was him. So I said, how do I do this? So I just went to Family Chapel to go in because I had been told that I had called Love FM and I had been told that that's where Winfredo praises from before coming on radio. So I went there. And I said I was looking for him. He said he would come later. I said, okay, I could wait. I don't have a problem. So I was there and Winfred came. They told him someone else after me. Was it me? Yeah. So I went with this office, that small office up there. He used to do some online radio events there. Yeah. I'm bringing memories. So I went there. He says, well, you know how Winfred, what's the problem? I said, yeah, I listened to you. I think that you are wrong, unfair on Charterhouse. He said, what do you know? And why? Me what is a Kwakubaku?
What did
me the documents in newspapers. So you remember when I put the first Ghana Music Awards newspaper? People were like, where did I get it from? Yeah. I have archived all of that and I have digitized them.
When you were doing these things, like, did you have any plan, intention of what you want to do with them?
Yeah, because if you know me from KNUSC and from Jesus Ekin and all that, me petching, you know, say me petching, and it got to a point on then it just said, you're correct. So let me elevate mine by using documents.
It shouldn't just be arguments.
And all that. So I went there, I say, well, how do you bag, you know? My bag pa Kokubaku on no graphic showbiz to away. You were saying this about Kokese when it was not because of that. Then why did I did all the analysis? Can you join us in the studio on Saturday? Yeah, because I had convinced him, and you know, I had that knowledge of radio because of my Kesbin days, and so I convinced him and said, "Can you join?" I said, "No problem." So I went, and my affinity with nurses and the whole nurse block at Komfo Anokye, they were listening. Yeah. So I went there, we did it, and Apuzo called him, and I was like, and Ruben was our music player. You know, back then
DJ
he was
Ruben,
called He had not been introduced. So he was there, and he was the producer. And he told Winfred that Apuzo had called that, who is he? And Ruben was like, if we bring the guy, right, you, Winfred, they brought you to replace James Star because of your controversy.
Yeah.
But when you sit at host, sometimes you can't do that. And when you do that, you are not able to decouple yourself. So sometimes that affects us. You know, one friend, he was not doing that very often because he also wants to share his mind. He doesn't care about that.
The fact that he's the host.
No, he wants to put his knowledge out. So he said, if we continue to bring him, you know, it's difficult getting English discussants for sports and even entertainment. If we get him, he will be able to do all that for us. So they said, okay, next 2 weeks, let's bring him because that. Then I started going. I became a member of the team and all that. So when Winfred had to be moved to gospel and Anabenyin take over, I became the producer because then Ruben then had been introduced as a DJ and also all that. So I had to produce the show. And that is what Nana Benyin is. Anybody who's worked with him. If we talk about 3 people who believe in my ability, if they say, let him go and host something, different programs, say, no, he can do it. So he leaves it for me. I plan, this is what we will do, that's what we will do, and everything, then we do it. So I became a part of the team. But I was managing a business and your cameraman would know, for a big Chinese company, I was a MD. Yeah. So I did not have time
for radio.
Yeah. So I would go on Saturdays, go and do it. Then one time they were introducing the Inshra Sports. So Love FM, I was that name there. The Austine Woode with an E. That one had been imbibed in the mind. So I was doing the entertainment part. Then because the Inshra were introducing the mid-morning sports, Apuzo told them that when we are watching football, and you listen to Austine, the arguments he makes. And this should go to every media personality out there. And why, for me, when I even became radio manager, when I have a conversation with you and can sustain it for 10 minutes, I don't care where I would position you. I know that your thoughts are good, so you can speak. It says, when we are watching football in the newsroom, how Austine speaks and all that, then somebody says, share. No sports, and I know I hear that. Then it goes back to what I used to ensure, that competition and all that. Said,
there's more like, then let's put him on.
So they called me. And I said, okay, no problem, Apuzo. Said to me, why? Me, Kechiri Bedu, the one who does, not the one who does the chess. The one who does agrochemicals. That one. Me tell me, mommy checks of 500 million trade. And I was in sports meeting. And I told the woman that no problem. I went to Apuzo, says this is what they want to do. Then I told him, you see, the team we have, it would be difficult to enter the market because I have studied the market because I know sports and radio. I think that if I come on as a normal discussant, because people know me for the entertainment side, it is going to affect me.
Yeah.
They will think like, so what I would do is, I would create this name That is where the Nana Tamiu came from. Where I say, me stadium, me come agene. So then they said, okay. Then we created that segment, the knockout segment. So the Inshira FM sports jingle now, I created it. You know, it's an old song.
Yeah.
Please don't go.
Yeah,
but I created it with the technician Gabriel. So there are some wajan, go, all that commentary. Like I brought it, Gabriel, let's put it here. So we did it. That was the host and all that. Dr. Daniel Uswan and Christian, who is now with Pure FM.
Yeah.
So the Tamiu became big because things people can't say on you know that was when you say because something they will beat you.
And radio too was not like today where you will be streaming live.
No,
for people to see your face
and all that. Was not there. So I did it and it caught fire. It caught fire. But I had still, I'll go back on Love FM. And I would go and do as Austine Woode and all that, but people did not know it was me. One time, this funny story, someone had come all the way from Takrade to come and see who Tamiu was. I had closed on a Friday afternoon. So he met me and asked, so I became a part of the family. I was brought on stream as part of the multimedia family officially. Now, not somebody who just come in. And came, produce this, produce that, host this. Then I came to host the private party where you became my analyst and all that. So that is where all that came from.
I mean, from that experience, eventually from, having to call in, be a participant of a quiz competition, getting on radio, Love FM, now doing Inshira Sports. Now you are cut for entertainment and now sports.
Yeah.
From multimedia, you made a switch because EIB had entered the market in Ghana and you chose to go. Yeah. What made you leave multimedia for EIB? Is this an Abulari Scarneson? And now I feel like, listen, I want to have a new experience.
Bola didn't even know me. And I also worked with Capital Radio.
Yeah, exactly.
After NY, we came to Full. But they didn't know I was the one called the General. Yeah, I was called the General there. So I have all those names. So I had learned a lot on radio. I have vast knowledge in radio programming and all that. Because I am a listener who has metamorphosized into a radio presenter. Yeah. So I know what a listener wants. I know how to speak for the listener. Yeah. I know how to do all that. So sometimes, right, I would be with my wife, back then girlfriend, and I would be playing a song. You don't know what I need all that. So I wanted to, what I had learned, I wanted somewhere to
a space where you could implement
that. Where I would implement it. But multimedia, they gave me the free role to do everything, especially Apuzo. So that is why they call me Apuzo Bar, Austine, all that. Because I was producer for all the shows. Morning show, sports on Love and Inshira, entertainment and all that. Even the diary. I was producer for the diary, David Akwete. But this is how I would say so that your viewers and you would appreciate it. Love FM was a land that was cultivating tomatoes, pepper, and all that. It would be difficult for you to come and say that cocoa is strong, so let's plant cocoa as part of it. It's not even good for a farmer to do that.
It doesn't even fit that category.
Exactly. But then I would have a bare land at Kumasi EIB where I would be told what seedlings or what staple, what do you want to plant? Simple like that. So I told Apuzo, and Apuzo said, wow, you're going. The first person I would tell would be Ruben because of how
you guys were.
And I are. Then I informed Apuzo, then Apuzo says, no, it is not money. Because I was rich from the manager. I was rich. I was that's why they were saying, when we buy me Chiska, it became something on radio. NY comes and another say, hey, when they will be Chiska and all that. So it was not the money part. But Apuzo says, I know it's not the money, but what should we do? And it had been an issue with Inshira Sports. So the thinking was, it is because of that issue. And I said, no, it is not because of that. Then Apuzo said, really, I don't think you would go because it's a Love FM you love, so I don't think you would go. So I was supposed to start, I think, 18th August or something, start the morning show. Ike had called me.
Ike the Unpredictable.
So he called me. He became my friend when he had come to visit Gloria. You know, on Sundays, Sundays, Gloria would play Easy Like Sunday Morning.
Yeah.
Then I would, after joining you, so I would come and do Osei Chrome Top 10. And you know, Gloria was with Ike at Light
FM.
So, you know, Ike, he does, then he would pass. And Asanka Boyoyo as well. So Asanka was I was playing Asanka's music for him.
Okay.
Yeah, before Akushika, I was playing it. But when I got more on Love, that's why I left it for Akushika. So Asanka was Emeji Payo. He knows I would rather play the music, so he has to go with me. So I would drive, then we'll go for it. So Ike became a friend. Ike comes in and says that Love FM. You know the song?
He knows.
Yeah, because Love FM
will never play those songs.
It was Meiji Fukesi. I was like, Love FM. So he became close, a friend, and introduced me to Dinah Hamilton and all that.
Okay.
Then I'm like, I have to go. Apuzo says, okay, do Saturday for me. Apuzo, why would I do Saturday for you? The people want me to start Saturday.
Of course, and you want me
and
to
there's a reason I was starting Saturday. I wanted to announce my presence. And that was the week the infamous Obinim has beaten the case had come up.
Oh.
You know, the case who they had gotten pregnant or something. They lived with him.
Yes.
And he had whipped them and the whole country was discussing that.
So that was going to be a break for you.
Yeah. And I had called Sami. You know, Sami was my friend.
Yeah,
Sami Rasta. He was doing that. You know, he became my friend after I did. I was the one who brought the Ice TV showing porn. And James Taylor and the rest took it up. So he became my friend then. Then Sami books the interview with Obinim for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was going to be something big. Accra was picking it because Bola had told them that they should pick it.
Yeah.
But Bola was skeptical because he doesn't know me.
Yeah.
He doesn't know me. But once they said there's somebody from Multimedia who had come on board and all that, then
Apuzo 2 wants you to do.
You know, I was starting at 12. The Love FM will be at 6 in the evening. Then Anita calls me, says, your boss says I should talk to you and all that. Anita is my confidant.
Yeah, I know.
Ruben is my brother, but Anita is my confidant. Anita says, okay. Because Anita knows that, like, Abuzo, the other two platforms, so now obey you. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. How do I start the show? What song do I use?
To announce your presence.
Because, you know, I'm particular about content. I don't joke with it. You can never go wrong with Daddy Lumba. Anyway, when I am walking around like we are here, I always do that. If YFM calls me that Austine, come and play this show, what song would I put on? So if it is YFM, I would play Akon, Lil Wayne, that song, I'm So Paid.
I'm So Paid, yeah.
No matter, who will say I would tune off because you are playing I'm So Paid or Number and Call by Jay-Z. Yeah. You know how the kickstart.
Those songs, yeah.
You can never go wrong with Daddy Lumba. But you know, the Daddy Lumba song I can sing along to perfectly. If I play it, it would be wrong.
To start off the show.
Yeah, because it is a say. It would be like I'm shading Love FM.
Love FM.
You know, I've never gone to another radio station and even announced that I've left. I don't never do that.
Yeah.
So what do I do? Should I place a say? It will sound that a certain way. It was chaotic for me. You can't play Abenwaha. It's too cliche. Yeah, NY taught me that. He said sometimes the songs, it's too cliche. So what do you do? It's difficult. Then I played Sika. Baba, you know, Kwame Dinkra was at Ebusia.
Yeah.
When the rumor, that huge rumor of Jolaka and the rest had gone to Angel, Kwame Dinkra is one. Dr. Ting wants to come and do morning there, and he traveled to South Africa.
Yeah.
You know, on Fox, he used to play something. I'm bringing memories. He would play a jingle TH for Kwajes did for him. Kwame Edinkra, Afizi Kebian Suzi. You remember that?
Yeah.
Because you had brought it there, then I played it.
Oh.
So I played it to make it look like Sikenti no Mako. Yeah, so that nobody will come and ask me again. You have to explain and all that. Before I got on air at 12:05, Apuzo was still calling me. Because I never play my jingle. Or I don't have jingle. I don't have a jingle. So he didn't know it was still me. Once I opened the mic and spoke, then he knew that Ayeka. So there was something he told me to do. I cannot put it out, but he told me to help with something for the nice program. So I did the program. Then they had already come for me to come and do Ultimate.
Yes.
Yeah, but when the Prince Menkan issue happened, I told them that no. I had what I would come in to do because I want to make an impact. If the person is not there, I think that I would struggle. But I had also scouted Lantam for Love FM.
Lantam,
I scouted him for Love FM in Sunyani. So they had gone to bring him. I suggested to them also, so they had gone to bring him, but I said that they should give me time. Then I came for this one. I did it. I learned a lot because I had time to implement a lot of the things I wanted to do. Yeah. So, Lost Files, the one Andy does. Yeah, he took it from me from Love FM because I was doing it on Love FM then.
Yeah.
I was doing it because, I was doing the night drive. I had introduced a lot of things. One of the programs I introduced was the Senyum Kasa. My mother-in-law had visited from Holland.
Okay.
I'm on Love FM. The most popular song at that time was going to be number 1 on Osei Top 10. Then my wife calls me that, they are listening. Radio. Song of the week, number 1. You would not say it. You let it play, then you tell them. Hi, Shatawali from Kakai. So when I said it, it struck me that Namawasi was like, that's what my wife told me. So I said to myself, request on radio is you asking a song for someone.
It has
to communicate. Be the song the person likes, not the song you like, because you are saying they should listen to it. Yeah. Why is it that you are? So then I introduced something which would be different from normal requests called, say, the one Love, Gift of Song and K was doing.
Yes.
This time, call. But the person you are requesting the song for, let the words in the song
mean something.
Like be a message you are conveying to them. It was going to be difficult for listeners to appreciate what I was bringing you. So I used this example that, baby, what it no, and Simbibri, Uba. Me bisa nyumwe ma me so na my girl bisa na me bo ni din akua me bisa nyumwe ma me fa ne fo abre nyina me nya that, and I do a lot of research. Once that song comes, the story I was telling was not true that I had broken a girl's heart,
but that was to communicate so that your listeners could also understand.
So once I told that story, and once you use yourself, they would appreciate it that I am correct. So I use myself. Say my girl be akuma man. Can say be onu na yesa no. Akuya. Senyom Kasa. Then that song does not have a beat at start. It starts with Kwesi P saying me fane fo abring na menya daji man odo fa chemi. Then it caught fire. So I used it to go to MTN. To tell. That's why the MTN decided to come and sponsor, because it helps in caller ring back tone.
Exactly.
MTN was moving away from Toma, top of the mind away radio, MTN 3 jingles. They were moving. They wanted you to use
something unique that they could.
Yes. So I told them that I could use this. When they sponsored the caller ring back tone, we could use it to project it. So when I moved to EIB, it was good for me. I did not have a problem. When the financial challenges in my head did not hit me, because
and all
that.
Nice
and I was also helping to study the thing. And that even the night before my wedding, I was still hosting. Because I had left a week before my wedding.
He had returned back to Angel.
And so Edin Kratu had the issue where there was, would he leave and all that.
Yeah.
So I had to step in to host morning show and host the drive
show
as well with El Izato.
Yeah.
So I changed the name. First thing, me, I'm particular about those things. Because I had gone to Accra and what they were doing on Kasapa, I think we could use it. And they had a jingle which was punchy. So I came and I said, from Monday, they have changed the name of the program because Ike left and I had become acting programs manager. So I put it on the platform. It was debate. Why are you changing it? That, you know, when they are saying the manager too was Patrick Asamoah and George Oata were supportive. They said that he has explained it. And why? When I came on air first, then I played it. Diulemu, bian diulemu. So you know how that thing was. So I changed. Then I did Ultimate as well. I was doing all that to help because the station had those financial issues. People were leaving and all that. But it got to a point. I knew I would be leaving Ghana.
Yeah. So with all these experiences shared on radio and all that, eventually he left radio.
Yeah.
People wondered. Yeah. You know, most of the time when you leave radio, people are asking, "Where next? Yeah. Where next?" And eventually nobody was.
And because I never announced that I've left
exactly
any station I'm going, it was still hanging.
No, everything now became Austine, the controversial Woode on X, because there was a new generation. There was something that was new. Everybody had gone digital. And now you could hear more of Austine on the internet, on X, on Twitter, and now X. And that's where a lot of people know you for. On X, you do a lot of sports, you do a lot of politics.
Marriage.
Exactly. But people normally tag you when it has to do with politics. You've been tagged as an MPP stooge. At other times, so you've been tagged as an ND2 stooge.
Yeah.
Are you a card-bearing member of any of the political parties?
No, I don't belong to any political party. And
but you are the same person who says that neutrality is...
Yeah, you see, I think that people don't talk about the last part of that quote of mine. That is the problem I have. And you know that quote, because you have been a friend from like 15 years ago, you would know when I started saying those things and why I was saying those things. And why? Let me say this. It was NY who told me what I do, I needed to put it and document it.
Yeah.
So he created a blog for me, and I was lazy because, you know, I'm good when I write. When I write, but I want to do things.
I still have your articles on my website.
But I like to do it in the spell of the moment. But when you tell me to sit down and write, those knowledge word and everything will not come.
Yeah.
So NY said, no, Austine, the way you do things and put it across, you need to document it. I knew you, 15 years ago, you envisaged this thing would be happening.
Exactly.
How the world be consuming views and news. Anyway, I entered radio because I wanted to make a change, an impact, share my views and thoughts where I think people were getting it wrong. But with the advent of social media and it becoming prevalent, it was like I could use that tool better than radio. Because you could reach masses. And I had moved to a stage in my life, I wanted to have an impact in policy decision.
Okay.
So even my X account, you know, the first one you created for me, it is still there. I don't use it. Was you who told me this is how I have to create it. It was, I think, 2010.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. The 2012 one, I was attacked. And this is why I was attacked. I came on X and I said that it is difficult for we, the youth, to call into Kokroko, to call into Joy FM, to call into Bright Kankam Woode and sometimes hosting programs. But let's use social media as an accountability tool.
Yeah.
And that was the time the NDC was in government. So they thought that I was attacking them.
Yeah.
So I was attacking the sitting government and the issues there.
I mean, if there was anybody to tackle at that time, it had to be the sitting government.
So I attacked President Mahama that time and all that. But then I was not using verifiable documents. It was, I used to also play gimmickry with it. Like I would say, I have gone home. My girlfriend is visiting. I used to put that mode and the light is off. How does President Mahama want me to have a good time?
Yeah.
Then somebody will say, you are thinking about sex. I say, no, the good time is how can we cook with rice cooker? Why are you thinking about sex? You get those things.
Yeah.
So they thought I was attacking them. So I received a backlash and all that. And the infamous Hannah Tete mocking us came. You know, when we had that demo, you know, it started from we on Twitter.
Of course.
And Hannah Tete mocked us. So I went after her. And she was, I think, foreign minister.
Yeah, she was foreign minister at that time.
It shouldn't be about our numbers. It should rather be about
the message or what
the numbers. So that was what informed Mutombo to do the one single step demo. You know, he did a one-man demo.
Yeah.
That
Mutombo the poet.
Yeah, because Hannah Tete had mocked our numbers, he was going to do a demo which would be just one man to say that the government was failing the Ghanaian youth. I did all of that. Then the NPP comes into government. I'm losing appetite for radio because then I was becoming big on social media. People were using what I was writing and all that. Then they think that I am attacking them now. But what happened was, in the MPP era, I decided to elevate what I was doing by seeking for official documents. So it was the MPP era that I started doing the Twitter threads, putting in documents and all that.
So this time there was something solid behind whatever you were doing.
So people, because NDC is in opposition, all their people, once one of my tweets goes viral, all of them will come and follow me.
Because it's in their interest.
Then they later go and diss them on something they had said that it is wrong. Then this guy is MPP, this guy. And the MPP people who had also not followed me prior 2012 were saying this guy is always attacking us and all that.
Yeah.
But what became big for me, and this thing is the administrator for Scholarship Secretariat, Kokwa Safuaji. You know, I was hosting Ghana Memo, a political show on Abusia, and he had come into the studio. And why? I managed to host a program that when the MPP person is lying, they say, "Oh, someone checking." But first, when I was checking, you were saying that. Yeah. So now I could just, and they will say, "Oh, you can't go and lie on us." That's why they say you can't go and lie on my program.
Yeah, because there's enough evidence.
Because I don't like that. Anyway, I don't want people to become on radio and say something which is not verified.
They feel free.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
And I think that's something I've also held for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go to the show and just go and lie
and
go your way.
I don't like that. So something was happening on Free SHS. President Akufo-Addo had launched it. Then that evening, I come on air. Instead of playing the Ghana Memio song, I'm playing Anana or a Winnow, praising the president. Why and all that. Safoje comes, we're having the discussion. He says, what makes we think that those who pass BEC and the number that are unable to go is only because of money? And I said, yes, people don't have it. He says, no. Ghana Education Service, this is 2017. I think it was September that he launched it. It's that same day he launched it. Ghana Education Service has data for that.
So there's enough.
Yeah, people don't go sometimes because of money. Sometimes because their parents want them to go and work on the farm for them. Not that they are poor. They are cocoa farmers who can pay. Some those who don't want to go, they want to. Ghana Education has all that data. Wow. I didn't know. Then I did my research in the spell of the moment. I found it. Then I said that if we are not careful, right, politicians would come and say things that we all associate and love, but it might not be a truism.
Because it might be emotional.
That is when I stopped being emotive about my things I do. So, you know, sometimes everybody is going and they say, because then I had done the research. Anyway, let me tell you this.
Because the data didn't support the argument of the masses.
Yes. When I decided to put out that God did not create the world, I would have spent close to 3 days arguing with myself.
You look at all the possible loopholes.
Yeah, how I'll be able to defend that. So when I put it out, I know that I'll be able to. So when Asafoje did that, I said, no. Then if you strip data, look for data, strip it, sometimes some of the things we say might not be what we know. So, you know the argument that happened where I said that it is not true that President Kufuor is the best president. You know, it shocked everybody.
Yeah.
On Ultimate, when Martin Amidu's name had been mentioned, I was on the morning show with Lantam. Everybody was praising President Akufo-Addo because citizen vigilante, he had taken the Woyomi case and all that. AB was speaking, Abraham Alokore. I was just this way. You know how sometimes I'm all this way. When they finished, Lantam says, okay, Austine, let's hear you. Lantam. Martin Amidou operates like a corn artist. Hey, he's trying to switch the
mute your microphone.
Atu was the producer.
Because that was a serious statement to me.
They were rushing. I mean, my radio 15 years ago. I didn't care. Me, I can defend myself. And I was calm when they were doing that. Then he said, we have to give you time to explain it or you withdraw. I said, no problem. If I explain, I said, the man said this about Ablakwa. When Ablakwa confronted him at the vetting, he said he did not have evidence. He said this about Charlotte Osei. He said that it was people who were saying it. That is how a con artist operates.
There was no evidence to back it.
So I said that I will not be saying things that the masses want or follow. So on X or social media, NY, I have moved away from just sharing information to education. I don't care. NY, I'm at a point in my career or life where I don't care who becomes president or who wins elections.
So what is your interest now?
It's the word I have used it, but people say, oh, what do you mean? Accountability. My interest is accountability. Hold people accountable.
Irrespective of who is in power.
Yes, just hold. And you see, people think that when I say accountability, it's president. That is why I keep using leadership. Hold the Ashanti regional minister accountable. Hold the municipal chief executive accountable. Hold somebody on radio accountable. Once we keep holding ourselves accountable, we would not have the challenges we have. Because, NY, have you seen me ever? SRC election or any other, let me say vote for somebody before?
No.
You know that my mother was a candidate? Yeah, my mother is an MC. She was a candidate twice. Have you seen my WhatsApp, the UK one or you have both? Have you ever seen me put it out there? Just a flyer. I don't do that because I believe that it would affect my thinking because I would be biased and I don't want to be biased.
And I've always said that when emotions and affiliations cloud our sense of judgment, then objectivity would definitely be thrown to the dogs.
So I don't want that. So I've moved away. My family, I don't say vote for this, I vote for that. I want accountability because and why? You see, even the kind of politicking we do, campaign messages, I don't like it. And it's not because I've been away from Ghana, seeing how they do. No, even when I was in Ghana, I was saying it. You see, I want us to move away from, I have built schools. I have done your road. I will do this for you. Nobody will say I will not build hospitals. Since Goggisberg, every leader has been building hospitals.
Yeah.
I want the messaging for elections to be this way. In the area of health, the National Health Insurance, this is how I would make it sustainable. For me, as Austine Woode, looking for your vote for me. Everybody who brings into this country something to come and sell, we will take 1% out of it and put in the NHIS fund. That is me saying that. NY will say, I would increase the NHI part of VAT by 2%, and we would use that to fix it. You see, so that Ghanaians would weigh the two. Another person would say something. So Ghanaians would weigh there and say, which one would help? But I would build hospital in area of health. 2% of me see hospital. No. We should be moving away from that. So for me, if you ask me what is in it, is the accountability for me.
Is Austine ever going to change? Do you want to get into politics yourself?
No.
Would you want to hold a political office?
No, never. And this is not the Kennedy Japan. I don't want to be president one or a black or one. No, I don't want it. And the reason I don't want it is I cannot do what they do.
What do they do? You know what they do?
Yeah. No, I cannot do it. No.
What do they do?
You see, why would I come and defend something that my conscience would be fighting me? So the people who fought us when we said E-levy wasn't good, after they lose election, then the same people come and tell you that the president failed their party because when Ghanaians were complaining about E-levy, he did not listen. But you, when we were complaining, you were saying it is good. Because you belong to a party, you will be saying that. Same thing happens. And this is there when they say something and you know how even when they came into government, they are attacking me, they are doing all that. I don't like that. I cannot do that. Even when you give me a position, and why should I wake up and I have 30 people at my door?
Because you occupy
I occupy a position, I need to help them. No. If I can help you, I should be able to help you within my means. It is not because I am a politician and I have to go to funerals every time. You know, people don't go and they are insulting them that you
people lose elections because they didn't go for a funeral.
I also have a life, so when I check all that, I cannot enter politics. What they do, I cannot do it.
So you prefer to live your life as Austine Woode, and then contribute to society as much as you can.
That is
no hold any political office.
No. They say you don't know the future, but it is something I would not want to do. Even if they say, let's put you here so that you can inform change, I don't want to do. That is why now you see what I do. I rather, in every discussion I have moved away from we against them to now influencing policy. I think that is what should be. Like, I would rather want my voice to be able to influence policy in area of my favorite one, showbiz and creative arts, in area of sports, in area of normal everyday finance and all economics, but influence policy. But to be there and the one taking the decisions, no, I cannot do that.
Austine Woode, my guest on BTM Afrika, he says politics, no, he doesn't see himself in that office because his conscience will not allow him. This is BTM Afrika. My name is NYDJ. I know for a lot of people, this has been like the longest or the lengthiest interview we've had on this show. But of course, very important, something that we all need to know. I mean, moving forward, and last words, others have said you've relocated from Ghana. Would you come back to Ghana? Or do you still have dreams of radio? Is that something you want to do again? Or for now, it's just you and your socials?
Yeah, I can never leave my first love. Not my wife. Media. But I went to the UK because of my wife. Her family is there.
Okay.
And she's a nurse. I had to marry a nurse. At a point in time, marriage is making concessions so that you can move the family forward and not thinking individualistic.
Yeah.
So it got to a point she was tired of the system. Yeah, it was like where I find myself, I was going to do good in my career, move forward and all that, but she thought that she would stagnate. Challenges, they are putting her in areas where she was not able to do what she wanted to do. So I said, no problem. And that is why I don't even tell people I'm away. I position because they say, so you can't talk about inflation and all that. But for me, I would want to come back. But because of how the world is global now, I'm able to share my views because that is what I want to do. So NY will call me this, I want you to be on. I'll be able to share that view and all that. But at a point in time when the children are well grounded, the family is strong enough, that is not the place I would want to be. I would want to come back home and have that influence in what I do. So I'm there. I come as and when I have to come, but that is not where I would want to be. Once the kids are grounded, everything, education is secured and all that, I am coming back. There's a challenge with your wife being there. You know what I mean? Okoye, she left before me. And come,
you prefer to be with your partner all the time? Long distance.
No. Anyway, it's difficult. No. So those who think that, you can do it when it's girlfriend, boyfriend, because you don't owe the responsibility.
Yeah.
But when it is marriage, which is a union, some things you cannot do and all that. But like you're saying, I'm always available. I come in when I have to come.
Okay.
And so it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, so it's been a pleasure for the very first time. This is a whole expose on who Austine Woode is. And as we talk, for those of you who didn't catch it, you still don't know the official name. But I still know him as Austine Woode. It's really been a pleasure having him on the show today. Big shouts to my production team, to Nana Tutu, and then, of course, to Bellucci as well for always being behind the cameras, and for our new apprentice, for also supporting and making this work. This is BTM Afrika. Please drop your comments. Please remember to share, like our page, hit on the notification button so that when we post next, you're able to catch all the updates. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, my name is NYDJ. Catch you some other time. But before I go, let me say a big shout out to Vienna City. That's where we shoot from. So once you want to come to Kumasi, you want a place to relax, you want to enjoy your breakfast, lunch, supper, anything, just come through and have a great time here. Thank you for watching. Catch you some other time.